we posted this video. We got great engagement. We're now under contract, and I just received a come list me phone call, 2 days ago. So somebody who saw
Let's
that video,
go.
they saw that, hey, we actually got movement. We've got a property that's under contract, and they're seeing the marketing that we're putting into this. So content that converts. Here we are.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Walkthrough, the most underrated marketing podcast in real estate history. I'm your host, Eric Simon, and I am joined here today by the co-host, Jason Cassidy, and our guest is the brilliant, a fan favorite. She has a bazooka in her face, a staple on The Walkthrough, with one of the best profiles on Instagram, Miss Marie Lee from Tennessee. Marie, how are we doing today?
Eric, doing great. I'm hyped up on coffee, trying to hydrate, and ready to dive into this content. Let's do it.
Fantastic. Jason, what about yourself? How are you doing?
I'm feeling great. I hit an awesome bet on Tuesday night, went to the Padres game, picked them to win by 3. They won by 4. We're feeling great, Eric. What more can we ask for?
Hey, look, I had Mets first inning last night. I said someone's got to score in the first inning. I hit that. I am also feeling good. That's what makes us feel good. That's what gives us momentum here on The Walkthrough. So we do have an amazing show for you today because we're going to cover breaking news from Instagram CEO on third-party apps. Does it hurt your engagement? Does it help your engagement? We're finally going to give you the answer on this. Then we have October content ideas, and then we're going to cover content that is converting the best. And yes, of course, we will be giving away a BAM Mania ticket at the very end. So make sure you stick around. And if you want a ticket to BAM Mania, we'll be doing one more giveaway next week. So one final giveaway. All you got to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment the word Mania below, and give us a reason why you want to join us in Vegas on October 18th to see Marie Lee and Jason on the Content That Converts panel. So make sure you drop the comment Mania right now, and let's get into the topics. All right, topic number 1, third-party apps. We finally have an answer to the question, does editing something outside of Instagram on a third-party app hurt your engagement when you post it to Instagram, or does it help it? We heard it from Adam Mosseri himself, but we could pull this up and play this. Let's get it from the Instagram CEO, and then we could react to it.
Quick myth bust. I hear from a lot of creators that they're worried that if they edit their video in a third-party app, it'll affect their reach on Instagram. And that is not true. But what is true is that no matter what app you use to edit the video, if there's a big watermark on top of that video the whole way through, that will affect your reach. So if you're using another app, great. Just make sure not to use or to remove any watermarks and you'll be good to go. See you all soon.
You heard it there first, fellas and lady. That's big news because, Jason, we always talk about you should edit in Instagram. And I still think you should because people like to see Instagram as it was intended. So I still think it just naturally helps with engagement, but that's great news. If you post something from TikTok, just don't have the watermark. If you post something from CapCut, just don't have the watermark and it won't hurt your engagement. So Marie, I'll kick it to you. This is good news, I think. I don't know if you use any other third-party apps. Do you use any third-party apps? And if you do, what are they?
I do not. I use the least amount of apps as possible, which might be hurting me now. I think I might need to add some more into my repertoire. But I feel like I do everything inside the Instagram app. It's just easier for me to focus on one thing. So don't think it's going to hurt me too much, but I know people love using CapCut, and I know people are trying to find ways to repurpose from TikTok to Instagram. So great news for them.
Great news. Jason, what about yourself? Are you using any third-party apps?
Yeah, for sure. I use CapCut. When I first saw this, I don't think that I ever thought he was talking about CapCut or VidShop or any of those things. I immediately took it as TikTok, right? And we always talk about this. It's like, well, if you do it in TikTok and then you pull it over, is that going to hurt your reach? Instagram knows, and the metadata, if it was done in TikTok, and they'll throttle you. And what he's kind of saying out loud is that that's not the case. But if you have a watermark, it is the case. And that's, of course, TikTok again, right? Because if you just post it over with a watermark. Now, the funny part is we've seen videos with watermark go viral too. So it's not like an instant throttle. But if you have the ability to remove the watermark, that's all he's saying. Just do that. I don't think he ever meant CapCut or VidShop or anything like that. That's where probably 90% of people edit their stuff and then move it over. Now, what I did notice that he didn't say was that he said it wouldn't throttle you or it wouldn't hurt you if you did it in a different app, but he didn't say that maybe you wouldn't get a bonus if you did it in Instagram and used used their stickers or used their stuff. So I did notice not just what he said, but what he omitted saying. That being said, it is good to know that if you know, for all those TikTok first people, you can just move it over, just take the watermark off.
Interesting. If you do want to take that watermark off, use the app SaveTick, or it's just a URL. You go to savetick.com, you plug in the URL, you copy paste it, and you could download it directly to your phone. Sometimes the timing's a little off if you're doing like a voiceover or something like that, but it still works. But that is the answer to the question.
Did you
'Cause
notice
we've been
the comments
all
that were
talking
on
about
that page?
No, what did they
on his
say?
post? I mean, the two comments right to the right of Adam Mosseri while he was saying that post were like, yeah, well, you still ruined Instagram, and way to kill Instagram. Like, they were all negative comments. I was like, geez, these people
Yeah.
are
People are
salty.
vicious to him. People who have been getting bad engagement just attack his videos all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're just giving us AI recommended stuff. We just want to see stuff from our friends. But it's like no one's friends are actually posting anything,
Yeah.
Correct. That's the issue. Everybody
right? Like,
posting the stories, but the feed content is like down big time, at least what I've noticed.
Mhm.
exactly. So there's your answer. I wonder if this applies to actual like meme watermarks, because myself or Actually Agents will sometimes put
Mm.
at the broke agent or at Actually Agents on, and I see a lot of other meme accounts do this. It's not an app from a third party, but just something to consider. I don't think agents are ever posting watermarks because it's all original content. So
I don't think
it doesn't
I
apply
wouldn't
to you.
think so if I had to put money on it, right? Because you're just almost overlaying like a handle in your thing. You're not actually, it's
Yeah.
not from another third party that's like moving around, like showcasing a third party app. You're just putting your Instagram handle in it. That's different.
You know what I have noticed, Marie, doing the audits, whether it's in BAMX or the Coffee and Contracts group, is sometimes agents have a watermark at the end that
Mhm.
splashes
Mhm.
their contact information or their logo. I would not do that because that hurts the replayability of that post, and that should be a call to action, right? Like flashing your business card or your logo or something like that. That's just going to take away from it, and it makes it look too kind of salesy and realtory,
Yeah.
and it might actually hurt you if that's a watermark.
It's spammy. It's giving desperate sales. Just put in the caption, do a little mini chat or something. There's so many other ways to drive people to do business with you rather than explicitly asking them to do it.
Exactly.
Agreed.
So let us know in the comments if you're using any third-party apps or if you're excited about this update. I don't know who in the comments is going to be like, oh, I'm so excited. I just heard that. So that was kind of stupid. Just drop the word mania in the comments. How about that? And throw this video a like if you're enjoying this content. Topic number 2. This is what we all came here for. October content ideas. It is officially spooky season. And Marie, we know you're going to be dressing up as
I'm
some sort
pumpkin.
of bird or something over the next 28 days.
Wasn't
So
it a
I
gorilla
will
in the
start.
last time Marie was on the show? There was like a gorilla.
I'm always on for the monthly content goal.
Because you're
First it was the hot dog costume, then it was the gorilla costume. So, yeah,
That's right.
who knows what I'll don on for this month of October. Be on the lookout. Maybe I'll post it in my stories or something.
That's right. Marie did dress up as a giant glizzy last year for Halloween. Marie, so what are you going to do for this month in October? I know sometimes you like to plan ahead or you have some spooky content. Do you have anything for Nashville or anything going on in Tennessee for October?
So I am like not the local content queen. I know we preach about how great local content is, and I think that there's a really good place for that. But I think what I'm going to be doing this year is actually using some of the different templates that Coffee and Contracts has to play. So Coffee and Contracts monthly marketing subscription, and we have fall guides, fall posts, fall stories, fall reels, trending audios, the work. So if you are looking for plenty of different guides, Coffee and Contracts could be your place to go. But some of the things that we've got going on are fall happenings, like what is happening in your city, and you're creating like a 2 to 3 page PDF with the different, like pumpkin patches and apple cider orchards. I don't know. We don't really have orchards in Tennessee, but some people do. Another post that they've got for this month is like leaf peeping. So if you want to go take a look at some of the different
What is leaf
foliage
peeping?
options,
Peeping?
somebody created that little title. It was not me, but I don't know if
Is
that's
that like to
cute
go
or
look at
creepy.
trees?
To go
Yeah.
look at leaves?
So like if you're wanting to be an old grand person and stroll around, drive around, take a look at the leaves, what's the best time to do that?
Okay.
They've got like some exploring home ownerships in the month of October and what that looks like. Now, I'll be completely honest, I don't know how it looks different than any other month, but it is October themed. So if you are looking for some additional content October ideas, Coffee and Contracts might be the way to go.
There you go. Leaf peeping, Jason. Maybe we could add that the top 5 leaf peeping places in San Diego. And if you do want to sign up for Coffee and Context, we'll put a link down in the description for that as well. Jason, what about yourself? Do you have any plans this October besides going into Petco Park and swinging your pom-poms around?
I've got 2 awesome October content ideas. First of all, bam, if you haven't got this yet, we've got the general election coming in November. And so October
Oh
is a
my God.
perfect example for you to break down not the national presidential election, but all of your local measures that are coming up, right? So all of the stuff that's effective for San Diego, or you can go statewide to California, but specifically for San Diego, there's measures, there's bonds, there's other stuff. And so you do green screens, or you can do some sort of a real breakdown. Try not to maybe give an opinion, just put out both sides, pros and cons. That has some viral ability to go within your local area. So literally these get mailed right to us here in California. We get a whole breakdown of all the bonds and all that type of stuff. Should we raise minimum wage? Should we have more healthcare for something, right? All these different local bonds. So I'm going to do a real breakdown for each of the measures that are on the ballot. And then secondarily, I really like the idea of putting out a top 5 places to go trick-or-treating list. And that can be with the Google map. And then you just kind of highlight the streets and stuff like that. And you just do a breakdown of the 5 best trick-or-treating spots leading up to October 31st. Bam. That is 2 sets of gold right there.
Those are genius. I can't believe I haven't thought about the trick-or-treating one, Marie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking like 5 neighborhoods you're going to get a full-size candy bar in, like where am I going to get gold or something like that?
Yep.
I don't know. Love it.
Bingo.
Great idea.
Smart. For that general election post ideas, what do you recommend doing? Maybe a green screen of some of the measures or the candidates or something, or it's
I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'll probably do a green screen. Yeah. I'll go to, some canned, NBC, whatever post that has just the side by side of what the actual measure is. And then I'll green screen it, explain both sides of the argument. And then obviously I'm not intending for this, but it's going to elicit some reactions in the comments and then, have some viral ability because people will share that, I think, with their friends and family.
Yeah. Jason did a green screen about Kamala's housing plan with us, I don't know, a month ago. I went absolutely bananas. And you weren't even really invoking like a strong opinion either way. It was just something that she covered. I don't know. It was either at one of her rallies or something.
Yeah, it was her $25,000 grant thing, right? That's and so it was right when that came out. And so, I mean, look, this is low-hanging fruit. I think we've probably talked about this a lot. Like, you don't want to weigh in per se, but if you just drop either candidate and some opinion on it, it's going to go crazy in the comments. And so,
Yep. Smart moves. All right. I like that idea. General election stuff for your local elections. And then also having the leaf, what was it called, Marie? The leaf sightings, the leaf peeking?
Peeping.
Leaf peeping. I like leaf peeking. I don't know. They're both creepy.
It's kind of creepy in my opinion, but.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Here's some October content ideas that I wrote down, which I do every single month on the 1st of every single month on nowbam.com. Creepy findings on your real estate journey. Eerie crawl spaces, Marie, unsettling hallways, mysterious rooms. Is there writing on the walls? Maybe there's some sort of doll that was left out. I hate it when sellers leave out their dolls. It's always very creepy.
Or weird stains, like suspicious stains.
Oh. That is disgusting also. How about pumpkin drop-offs? I feel like Brooks Landry is always dropping off pumpkins at people's houses. So are you dropping off pumpkins, carving tools? Pumpkin patch, your top 5 pumpkin patches. I don't know. If you have a top 5, that would be ridiculous. But maybe you throw an event at a local pumpkin patch and you're giving away pumpkins. People love pumpkins. My wife just went to Trader Joe's. She came back with like 15 pumpkins and these gorts and these wart infested ones.
Oh, those
they're all weird looking.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah, I don't know who decided that was going to be their claim to fame because they're around every single year and people go wild and crazy for those wart things.
I know. It's like those warts need to go see Dr. Benham, my dermatologist, huh, Jason, and get those things extracted. Number 4, Halloween decorations tour. How about you go to the different neighborhoods and say, hey, this house has insane decorations. This is a staple in the community. It's been around for this long. Maybe you interview the sellers. That could be a pain in the ass. But Halloween decorations, the best neighborhoods to look at, kind of like Christmas light tours. Local Halloween related events, of course. Are there Halloween parties, haunted houses, costume shops, candy reels, and stories? I always thought this would be a good idea. If you go to an open house or you're sitting in an open house, you have a couple candy bowls. Maybe one has Reese's in it. The other has, give me a candy.
Kit Kats.
Kit Kats in it. You do a little study. You say, hey, I just sat this open house. 30 people went by. Check out my new listing. 90% of the people took Kit Kats. Nobody took Reese's. You know, do people like Kit Kats more than Reese's? That's fun, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you dress up, show your house like a Sasquatch, like some of these morons do on Instagram. No, I'm kidding. I think that actually does get good engagement. Pumpkin spice. Where's your favorite place to get a pumpkin spice latte? And then tell your real estate horror stories. There you go. That's 10 ideas right there. Like Derek Gregory just did a great video where he told a real estate horror story on his Instagram and had it to like music. It was really well edited. Let us know in the comments your October content ideas. What are you filming this month for Halloween? What are you doing to post on your real estate pages? All right. Topic number 3. Content that converts. By the way, there's a content that converts panel at BAM Mania that Marie is on, that Jason is on, that I am hosting on October 18th. If you have not got your tickets yet, it is in 2 weeks. Get them now. Marie, you just sent us this video.
Yeah.
That I don't know if it netted you business or what it converted on, but Haley, if we could pull this up, and then Marie, you can dissect
it. Had a lot of shares on it, and so you just said you weren't Miss Hyper Local, but this says otherwise.
I'll really get into the reasons why, but go ahead and hit the play button, Haley.
You know what, Marie? Before you hit the play button, because I could foresee a potential clip coming out of this.
Okay.
What if I did a little layup here? With a hook for this.
We're ready. Go.
All right, here we go. Here is a brilliant hyper-local hook by Marie Lee from Tennessee.
If you were to spend a Saturday with me in Spring Hill, Tennessee, here's what we would do. First, we'll make a stop at the Faint & Go Coffee. And my personal favorite is the Bath & Body Works latte. And next, we're gonna head over to the Crossings to shop some of the latest trends. Or if vintage is more your style, then we'll stop by the Spring Hill Antique Mall. And then we'd walk through this neighborhood with a community pool, organic garden, and oh look, a house for sale. And to finish off our day, we're gonna take a step back in time into this 1960s diner and enjoy a classic cheeseburger at Better Days Diner. If you were to...
Oh, look, a house for sale.
I know.
Exactly. A little subtle plug there. Marie, tell us what worked with that video.
Okay, well, let me set the scene for why we even made this video. So this home has been for sale for a little while, probably just over like 35 days when we decided, hey, we've got to do something to drive some more engagement to this particular home. We feel really confident in price. We're not going to drop the price on this. What are some ways that we can drive people to seeing this online? But in addition to that, this home was for sale in a community that there's like 20 homes for sale, in addition to some new construction options. None of these homes had any kind of movement. They've all been sitting, they've all been stale. My thoughts were, if we could just show the lifestyle of this neighborhood, maybe we can break through and get some movement, because a lot of people aren't necessarily considering this particular neighborhood because maybe they're not thinking about this particular suburb. So if we just show what life could be like, then maybe it will open people's perspectives and they will actually take a consideration for this home. So we created this as a way to try and stand out from the other homes that are in the area. We had previously done a listing video, but we're like, no, we've got to sell lifestyle. We posted this video. We got great engagement. We're now under contract, and I just received a come list me phone call, 2 days ago. So somebody who saw that video, they saw that, hey, we actually got movement. We've got a property that's under contract, and they're seeing the marketing that we're putting into this. So content that converts. Here we are. I feel like this did really well because we were showcasing what's going on in the neighborhood, like the specific community amenities. We talk about the home, but we're talking about some of the places people can go and spend their time, where they can go get a great cup of coffee, and yeah, some good eats. So I dropped the ending of that. Sorry, I didn't wrap it up a little bit better.
No, that was great. I was just letting you roll there. I was mesmerized by the video. Also, you did a great job of tagging the coffee shop, tagging the other restaurant. And it's kind of what we've been talking about, Jason, where you're talking about something hyper local and then you just subtly mention the house. Like that's such a great way to bring in real estate, by creating something hyper local that doesn't feel like a salesy, check out this house pitch. It's just, by the way, house for sale. You did it in kind of like a cheeky way too. So that was that was a great video, and you directly got a sale from it, basically. So congratulations.
Thanks.
It's actual content that converts.
Yeah.
Content that converts. That's what we're talking about here. And Jason, you posted a couple stories on Instagram that are doing something.
Yeah, I like these. These have been all year a favorite of mine. If Haley, if you want to show those. So basically what I'll do, obviously, I think we've shared these on the video before, where if I have a buyer, I'll shoot a quick video that's like, hey, I have a buyer if you're looking in this area. So as you'll see here, if you're seeing on the YouTube, it's just literally a Google map, and I'll screenshot it and then draw a circle around the area where my buyer's looking. And I'll just say, hey, I have a buyer need. We're looking up in here. And then I just put it on my story, right? And then I do the same thing if I have a listing. So I just went on a listing appointment on Tuesday or Monday, I guess. And then, we got the listing, so we're a couple weeks out. So I'll screenshot the map and I'll circle around and be like, hey, we've got a listing here coming up. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, $750K. If you're interested, let me know. So it's literally just a Google Map screenshot with a drawing around the area where you've got something going on. And then you put it in your Instagram stories. And if you have any type of like either local following or agent following locally, because that's what, you may have a lot of friends or whatever, that's where I see a lot of the feedback. So I've gotten clients that have reached out to me, but I've also gotten other agents locally who reach out and they're like, hey, I have a listing coming up in this area, or on a listing, they're like, hey, I have a buyer for that listing. And then we have, we start the conversation ahead of time. And so it's just a little extra thing. All you literally have to do is go to Google Maps and screenshot whatever the activity, is in, draw a little circle with your finger and then type it and then put it in your stories. And not only do you potentially have people reach out to you with, to fill the need, but your client, if they follow you, sees that you're doing stuff for them. It's just like, it goes a little bit extra. Anytime I get a DM on one of those posts, I'll screenshot the DM and I'll show the client like, hey, check it out. This agent's got something coming soon. Even if it doesn't work, it's just the client gets to see that you're working for them a little bit. And it's just so easy and free.
Yeah, absolutely. I think visuals just play so well too on Instagram. It's a good pattern interrupt when you're normally seeing people's stories or seeing them talking or seeing a picture of a house. Just seeing an actual map, it kind of makes you stop on it and wonder, what is this person talking about?
That's the goal.
Love about this particular story. Number one, how low cost, low barrier it is. Like, you're literally just doing a screenshot, uploading it into Instagram and typing in some stuff, using your little finger to draw. People overthink content creation so much, or they feel like they have to go through and do this big, huge production. You're being scrappy and resourceful. You're not spending more than 5 minutes putting this together. People need to have more of an approach to that. Like, that's authentic content. That's stuff that people like to see. I know polished content can do well, but like, I think that type of content typically performs a little bit better. But two, I love how you're talking about agent to agent conversations, because I think so many people are focused on getting in front of their ideal client or having client conversations, that so many people are neglecting the agent to agent conversations that happen. Like, if you can get something done off market, that makes you guys look like winners in everybody's eyes, and it showcases these conversations and how valuable they are. So agent to agent referrals, doing something that's off market, not quite ready, like, I think those are just huge major wins in everybody's book.
Absolutely.
Also, used the words scrappy and resourceful, which were on my scouting report when I played junior college football. So thanks for that callback. I appreciate that.
Ooh, if you get resourceful on your college football report,
and resourceful.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing.
It was not. I'm here in real estate now, so no, it's not.
Okay. How can you be resourceful on the football field?
I don't know. I'd pull their helmets without getting called for a flag or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's insane. One other point, Jason, you mentioned that it's a good post for your seller to see. That's something I don't think we've even ever talked about on the walkthrough, but it's such a good point of producing content for your clients to actually see them, as opposed to the potential prospects or the other agents. This kind of hits everybody. Your clients are like, oh, my agent is working hard. And I think that is necessary, even if it's something that is not going to go viral or get a ton of engagement. As long as your sellers see that you're posting content and working for them, that's really the job.
Agreed.
I imagine.
Talks about all the time is showing the proof over the promise. Like, if you are showing proof that you are having these conversations, that's going to be so much more valuable than just promising to a seller like, hey, yeah, I'm going to put this out. I'm going to, have all these conversations. Hopefully we're going to get this out in front of the right people. If you are showing these little bite-sized interactions, that is going to be so much more credible than anything else that you're promising these people right on the front end.
to take that to the next level, because you're absolutely right. Proof over promise. You could also do this in before the listing appointment. You could literally the day before you screenshot the area and say, hey, I'm going on a listing appointment tomorrow in this area. If you have someone looking, you'll get if you get a couple of DMs, you can then in the listing appointment show them, hey, by the way, a lot of people are going to tell you what they're going to do for you. Let me show you. I just did this yesterday. I have 3 people who are interested in this house already. Proof over promise.
Yeah.
Proof over promise. You heard it here. Definitely not first, but you heard it here. This has been a fantastic episode. So much value so far already. If you're getting anything out of this, make sure you throw this a like. Go follow Move Me to Tennessee. Go follow Jason Cassidy so you could see these strategies at work. I had a content that converts thing. I'm just going to bring up something that happened last week. Kyle Talbot, moving to Kansas City, classic, brought up local memes, and it got me really excited again, Jason, about memes, because agents, creating memes for other agents, that's one way to get agent to agent referrals, but creating memes in your hyper local market, I think would be a really effective strategy. For example, I was just in Tucson this weekend and it was still 108 degrees and it's the end of September, which is psychotic. And it just completely kills the vibe of the town. Some sort of meme about how hot it is and how everything is dead in September would probably go viral in that Tucson area. And that just attracts people in Tucson. So anything, not necessarily grievances, but, something happening in the area, or if there's a restaurant that always has a line in front of it, or there's a bar that you can't get into, these kind of memes about your area, I think would be really effective. And I think more agents should do stuff like that. So shout out Kyle Talbot. It was just a great reminder from him. And by the way, speaking of agents, if you are looking to stand out from the crowd and make memes, well, not necessarily make memes, but Reminder Media is a resource you have to check out. You get your own branded print and digital magazines, email newsletters, and social media content. Reminder Media delivers these resources to your contacts on autopilot. You just got to sit there and they send it, keeping you top of mind with your database. All you got to do is focus on your follow-up calls and watch referrals and repeat business come in. There's a link down below in the description. And Luke Acree, the president of Reminder Media, is going to be speaking at the VIP Mastermind on October 17th at Bandmania, and then also on the main stage on October 18th. We just did a Facebook ad webinar with him. The guy is dialed. He is a marketing savant. So super pumped to see Luke. I'm really pumped about our speaker lineup. As we're getting closer, my anxiety is actually going away from the event, and the excitement is starting to pick up.
Yeah.
So
I've heard,
which is
I've
surprising
run into a lot of people who are really, really excited for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be sick. Bandmania.com if you haven't got your tickets, or comment the word mania. Maybe you'll win a ticket. All right. Final topic. I have marketers of the week. I have 2 of them. We didn't do this last week, but I found 2 really funny videos, or 2 really good videos. The first one is, what is it about here? All right, here we go. Here's the hook. Ready, guys? This is a hilarious way to handle the objection. I want to wait for prices to come down.
I like the house, but I think I'm going to wait for prices to go down. See, man, I told you. If only you realtors would listen to me. Let's go sign the contract. Sure. I like.
If you're not watching on YouTube, I just thought that was really smart. But if you didn't see it, it's basically the same house being priced 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, went up like $700,000 or something like that. So it's just kind of a good way to frame and handle that objection. Obviously, I'm sure that was a specific house in a specific location, but I thought it was clever.
Love it.
Very clever. Good job. Good. Up in the Bay Area. Good job, Vladimir.
We love a good visualization. I feel like we talk about pricing going up and we talk about housing stability and everything, but I feel like great visualization of what that actually looks like.
Exactly. So shout out Vladimir. And now, someone we all know here had an amazing listing video, Brad McCollum. Let's pull this one up and take a look. I thought this is really clever.
Brad.
Today, we'll take you on a tour of this stunning, sorry guys, 1 second. It's home calling. What? Oh, it's for you. Honestly, what family wouldn't love this home? In one of our city's best locations right here in West Springs, close to some of the very best schools around, and with an incredible modern exterior and interior with high-end finishings and details, this is just a place to really level up your living. If this home's calling you, it's time you answer. Just reach out to Jacqueline Krasnikoff from the McCallum Group, and she'll hook you up with more info.
Man.
Good job, Brad.
Yeah. I have nothing.
Brad's always done nailed his listing videos. That's his claim to fame. Even pre being the king of real, he was the listing video guy in Calgary, especially for the luxury space. So shout out to Brad. Great job to see. He's still got the chops.
He still does.
He's so animated. It's always fun to watch, but when you just have such banger hooks like that, I feel like that's just a total winning formula every single time.
Shout out Brad McCollum. And just by coincidence, Jason and Marie, Brad is speaking at BAM Mania. It's almost like this was all constructed to keep promoting the event. It's crazy. Brad is actually going to be talking about listing videos. He is the opening keynote presentation. He will be the leadoff hitter. He will be the Chuck Knobloch. He will be the sometimes Derek Jeter. Who was the best leadoff hitter in Giants history?
Leadoff? I don't know.
Brendan Crawford? Did he lead off?
No, he was usually 2 or 3. Will Clark was always 4. No clue. Like who our best one was.
Ray Durham.
I think of like
possibly.
a Ricky Henderson, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah, possibly.
Marie,
so yes, who was the best leadoff hitter in Giants history?
Look,
if you could name this, Marie, I'll give you $1 million.
I am not of any help in this conversation whatsoever.
Marie, what's your favorite sport?
I like watching hockey. I feel like Nashville's
there you go.
is a fun one. We love going to a Preds game, so that's all I know. I don't keep up with stats or anything, but I will go to a game. I know every cheer and
Did
chant.
you see the design for the new Titans stadium?
Yeah, $2 billion. I'm gonna have my eyes on it. I feel like we're gonna be paying for that as taxpayers. So the Titan Stadium's great. Nashville's getting all these really great world-class stadiums, so it's exciting. Maybe I should keep up with sports a little bit more.
That's content, real estate content.
Yeah.
I would do a green screen of the Nashville Stadium or of the new Titan Stadium. Talk about when it's being developed. Talk about what it's going to affect, how it's going to affect housing prices. Huh?
I'm going to tag you guys in it next time. So
tag us in that. There we go. All right. Finally, we're going to do the BAM Mania giveaway. So these are people that commented either on the last video or the video before. Yep. So if we could get a quick little drum roll, please. The first giveaway goes to Monica Farley. Monica Farley, Las Vegas realtor. Congratulations. You have won a free ticket to BAM Mania. I will be reaching out, or hopefully you're watching this video. I'll respond to your comment on the last one. And number 2, drum roll, please, goes to my San Antonio realtor. I thought this was a kind of heartwarming thing that he commented. He said, Mania, 4 exclamation points. I'm a full-time dad and full-time real estate agent looking to bump up my business using social media and YouTube. I'm part of a small family team in San Antonio, Texas. Not that heartwarming. I mean, he just said he was a dad and that he sells real estate, but still,
good enough.
He wants to bump up his YouTube. And we got Brad McCollum. We got people talking about YouTube at BAM.
Ken Pozak, Brad McCollum. You got.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, Brad McCollum has now replaced Ken Pozak at the top of that list, at the leadoff spot, actually.
Oh, I should have known that. Okay, well,
there
Brad
we go.
McCollum, that's all you need.
Brad McCollum, the listing video king, the king of real. That is an episode, folks. Thank you for tuning into the walkthrough. One more time, if you want to comment the word Mania, you could possibly win a ticket to BAM Mania on October 18th. Get your tickets now. This is 2 weeks away. BAMmania.com. Follow Move Me to Tennessee for sometimes hyperlocal Nashville content. Follow Jason Cassidy. He might screenshot a map and draw something around it, and he's going to be telling you about the local ordinances happening in the San Diego election coming up. Marie, who are you voting for before we sign off?
You know what?
Trump
I'm going to plead the fifth.